Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Let's go. Walk it like I talk it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Gigi's Reality. Y'all, we are gonna get started on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Too much happened last night, and there was a lot of secretive shit going on. But before we get into that, do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button. I want to work my way up to 100 subscribers real soon, and please join your girl's fam. You know, we make our way up there, and I would love for you guys to join the ride. So let's get started with Potomac Housewives. It opens up with Candace. She trying to recuperate from this goddamn party her and Robin and the rest of the girls turns up at, and she's got her some little Pedialyte, which seems to always do the trick. I've never had a hangover. I usually always still wake up drunk from the night before, but she had her head banging, and she decides to call Robin to see how she's doing as well. And Robin ain't doing no better. They both calling each other like, look, bitch, we might have overdid it. We too old to be doing this shit. And y'all got dang right. Y'all working on 40. Y'all bodies came recovered like I am in my 20s. But then you kind of see both of them are like hesitant of talking about this whole Michael situation. Now, Michael, we all know he's secretly on the down low. It's not a big problem, but Michael, for some reason, he just don't want to come out with it. Probably for his family's sake, but he ain't hiding it, ain't doing it no better by flirting with a man at the bar while his wife is in the corner partying it up. But Candace is like, I don't know if Robin heard it, so I'm not gonna mention it. And then come to find out, Robin feels the same way. They both obviously clearly were in the same conversation and were blasted, and they don't realize that both of them heard the same damn thing. So they both not crazy, but they don't want to bring it up because they don't want to be messy. That's cool, keep it secret, but eventually, you know, it's gonna come out that Michael like a little meaty meat penis on the side. He might like him a little dicky dick on the side, but it's okay. So let's work into Gizelle. She is, you know, trying to get better, get her mental state back right, because we all know she's batshit crazy. So she's now journaling again. She used to journal when she was with her ex-husband before he cheated on her ass and ruined her life. But you know, the therapist got her trying to do right again. So her daughters come in, you know, she decides to tell them that she's doing therapy, and her and Sherman are over, and the girls are so disappointed because they're like, Mom, you and Sherman together, you're so happy. You're not always getting on us and telling us we're annoying and stuff like that. And it throws Gizelle off. She's like, how the hell are these girls talking about I'm happier with the man? I don't need them to think that. Well, I'm sorry. It's a sad thing when your daughters realize when you getting some dick that you feel a lot better, that you ain't throwing around your attitude even to your kids. Gizelle, sometimes that is what it is. When you get laid, you always feel happy. I guess Sherman was doing something right at least. But she was like, I don't want the girls to think that. I can't have them associate my happiness with a man. But she brings up, okay, New Orleans. New Orleans, I guess, is Gizelle's happy place. She went there, you know, when she was a little girl, and she wants this to be able to be the way that the girls get to know her better. And that's cool, but we all know this trip is gonna be basically all to hell. So Karen, her old ass, wants to get to the dentist. Karen decides to go to the dentist, her old ass, to get her crown fixed, and she brings Candace for some friendship support. And they're in the waiting room, you know, talking, and Karen's explaining, you know, Gizelle and we're doing a little bit better. She personally invited me, and we're doing a lot better, but I just still don't trust her. And Candace gets it, and then they bring up Ashley, her ass trying to have a baby and still drinking, and how ass backwards that is. I mean, obviously at this point we know Ashley's pregnant, so it still works. We all know pregnancy and alcohol, it still happens, because then half of these babies in the world wouldn't be here. Everybody gets lit, gets drunk, turns up, and then poop, 9 months later they got a baby. So Karen walks her ass in there and then gets lit off this nitrous. Karen looks like a stiff one. She ain't never had no nitrous, no little nothing, no extracurricular activities before. I don't think she has. But Candace is having so much fun with her, and it's just making her feel so sad because her mom, her and her mom had a relationship, like her and Karen. Karen is like her matronly mother figure, and they have so much fun together, and it just makes her sad that her and her mom can't be like that. Well, Candace, I got a news flash for you. It ain't never gonna be like that, because your mom's a bitch and she always thinks she's right, and she never takes your feelings into accountability. You've been with this woman all your life. How have you not learned this yet? But I guess, you know, that doesn't matter, because Candace decides to call her mom on the phone or no, on the laptop and do like this video chat. She wants to establish boundaries. You know, now that she's married, her and Chris have their own life going on. She wants to establish boundaries because her mom still got a key to the goddamn place. And it ain't gonna be cool, her and her husband, you know, getting into going, and her mama decides she's gonna walk her little lily ass in the house. So they start talking, and Candace is like, Mom, you know, now that I'm married, you know, we have this house. I just want to establish boundaries with you. And the one thing that really gets under my skin is when you throw things in my face when you're upset with me. And her mom, of course, comes back with the, well, who should be doing boundaries right now? The one paying for the house? I don't think you should be doing making up the boundaries. That's real funny. And it's just like, Mama, when are you going to give your daughter a break and just shut up and listen to what she's telling you? Obviously, the mama is going in on Candace, talking about, you know, you're ungrateful and all this type of stuff. You should be doing stuff by now. I've been doing everything. La la la, this, whoop-de-woo. And Candace starts crying. At this point, Candace, you got to stop crying. You got to buck up and talk to your mama like a real G, because that's the only thing that's going to get her, like, in her right mind, in her goddamn place. Because you break down crying, that means she knows, that makes her feel like she got you under her skin still, like under her wing. When you break down crying, that means you still goddamn care. But at the point when you get hard on that bitch and you talking about, look, this is it, final, I'm saying this, this, and this, you either change it or we not in a relationship no more. You will no longer be my mother. I bet that will make her ass buck up then. But as long as you being weak and crying and stuff, you ain't gonna get nowhere. And of course, when she's saying, like, you know, you throw these things in my face, and the first thing the mama want to do is go at her with her issues. Well, I don't like when you do so and so. And Candace is like, at this point, well, can you first acknowledge me what I'm saying? And to be a therapist, I could not go to her. Wherever she got her degree from, a Cracker Jack box might as well be for me, because there ain't no way I'm going to her for some advice when she can't take her own. And she sure as hell don't give no good ones to her child. But she basically says, well, you know, I will try, and I guess I can try and stop doing that. It's not no, I guess I can try. It's either you do it or you don't, but obviously she don't want to, because at this point she feel like because she pay a third of the mortgage of the house, she should be able to say a third of the stuff that goes on with it. And at this point, Candace, I'm sorry, but as long as you living in that woman's house, you're going to have to kiss her ass. Now, if you're tired of putting on lipstick, lip gloss, chapstick, and everything above to kiss it, then get the hell out. I didn't even know they've been there for 6 years. Her mama bust out, well, you've been there for 6 years. Candace, you talking about y'all trying to save up for a house, y'all's forever home. At this point, 6 years, what have you been doing? Obviously, your hair business ain't doing nothing. Chris's restaurant ain't doing nothing. But I think what's happening is you want to move out into this big grand dame house so you can show everybody, you know, you doing good and to prove your mama wrong. But at this point, a 2-bedroom apartment condo is not going to kill you just to get from under your mama's thumb. If you want your sanity, girl, find your little 1-bedroom shack and build up with your husband so your mama can no longer say nothing to you. That's what she wants. She wants to be able to say something to you, which is why the reason she's always kept paying for your shit. Okay? So let's move on. So we all know Karen and Gizelle are trying to rekindle this whole friendship thing. So Karen is invited to Gizelle's like little makeup convention or whatever, where she's doing every hue beauty. You know, last season, Karen didn't show up to her little station. Karen walked her little lily ass all the way around before she even took a look at Gizelle. But now that they're in a better place, you know, Karen wants to give her a chance. So she walks up to her station, sees her daughters. She brings her daughters because she's trying to show them to be independent, that she don't need no man, and neither do they. But we all know that that's a lie. So Karen, you know, talking to her, whatever, and Gizelle introduces her to the woman who basically got her in Target. Well, you know, that perks Miss Grandame's ears up, because she definitely need help with her on the ground business. She was like, oh my God, like, oh, what can I tell you? So she starts telling her the prices of everything. You know, we're going to do $79.99 for perfume, and basically $20 for this little roll-on thing. And then we're going to extend the candles, and it's going to be the House of Huger. I can't wait for everything. We could definitely talk about this. And the woman seemed, you know, cool and excited to, you know, get involved with Karen. But at this point, Gizelle is getting heated because she's like, Karen didn't tell me any of this. I asked Karen at the house, but she said, you know, I'll tell you when I'm ready, and I'm not going to say anything. Well, Gizelle, she has the right to do that. At this point, y'all are not close friends no more, so she's not going to tell you everything. And she does not trust your ass from a hole in the wall, and I wouldn't either. And that's why she ain't told you nothing, because honestly, at this point, we all know as soon as she would have told you what was going on in her business, she was going to call everybody else, play telephone, and pass that information around, because that's what you like to do, especially when it comes to Karen. You are about embarrassing people to make yourself look better, and that's what it is. I'm calling you out, Gizelle. Now, if you agree, drop it in the comments and let me know, and if you don't, you can tell me that too, because we're going to have an argument about that in Gizelle, because she's just a bitch you could not trust. And so here it is, now she done found an issue. Like, so what? She didn't tell you the prices of her perfumes and candles and all that type of shit. That's what you really gonna get mad at her for? That's what's really gonna end the friendship? Like, Gizelle, miss me with the bull. Like, find something else. Everybody's packing for the trip to New Orleans. Ashley, she's with Michael, saying, you know, Karen and Monique have been avoiding me like the bubonic plague, which I would be too, because Ashley, do you not remember the shit that you stirred last year at the reunion? You basically called Monique a drunk, and people were saying she lost her baby because she was drinking. Like, you put out a bad rumor about her. That's not just something you say and just forget, and like, and have the whole world thinking this woman was an alcoholic while she got 3 kids. And then Karen, you was all up in her relationship talking about Ray had his old ass, like how they shouldn't be together. Like, I think you have amnesia, Ashley, because you say a lot of shit about people and you stay in people's business, but then in the return, want people to still be your friend. It don't work like that. You and Gizelle got that same issue. But you know, Michael's like, everything will be fine in New Orleans, and you know, things will fix on its own. Well, here we go, Robin. She's getting ready with her husband, man, boo, side nigga, Juan, whatever they want to call it. And she kind of threw me off with this, you know, I had this closet thing going, and Juan's doing so good now. Before I used to have to do everything, but now Juan, he's doing stuff for me. She wants this new rack in her room, and there's holes in the wall that need to be patched and stuff. And Juan finally volunteers to do it, and that just sends Robin into like a tizzy of just gratefulness. How are you happy that this man is freaking, you know, covering holes or walls in your closet? This is something that nigga should have been doing. And that's the problem when you only accept bare minimum for these raggedy ass niggas who still go out there and cheat on you, and you allow them to just give you nothing. Robin is happy the fact that this man is watching her kids for 5 days, their kids at that. The man helped you make them, and you so glad that he wanted to help you put some damn racks up in your closet. Like, Robin, that's not nothing. Like, all he's doing is poking a couple of holes in the wall, put some nails and screw in, and you just acting like he might as well build you a whole goddamn home. He didn't go out there and do some like 40 days and 40 nights build you a home type shit. Robin, he's building you a clothes rack. So, I mean, pump the brakes. Now, Juan ain't just the greatest. I mean, we all know Juan is probably one of the best looking husbands on here, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's still dirty. He still did Robin absolutely dirty, and I'm sure he's still doing Robin dirty now. He just got better at hiding it. So all the women are getting together. They're getting in the little, you know, van, car, whatever. Karen and Monique show up, and they just basically pay Ashley dust. She is nothing to them. They basically say hi and bye and sit their ass on the bus or whatever. And what was funny to me is Monique, she got the braids too with Karen. And we all know this Karen. Whoever did that to your head needs to get fired. Because Monique was absolutely right. They braided your wig. They didn't braid your scalp. And it looks so bad. Am I tripping? Drop down in the comments. Am I the only one that's tripping about this damn wig that was braided? So everybody is there, but Robin's ass is late as usual. She never get to a trip on time. And they all are, you know, talking, conversing. Candace, Gizelle, and I think Monique were all, you know, talking about kids and the life and how it's different. And Candace is like, I'm not ready for kids. And Monique was like, you know, I don't think other kids are cute, but, you know, but mine are. Like, I just didn't accept kids until I had them, and it was great. She's like, yeah, maybe I need therapy for it. And as soon as the word therapy came out, Ashley's head turned and just was ready to get in the business. Oh, therapy with your mother? No, Ashley. Therapy with your man. That's what's going to happen. You are just so goddamn nosy. And Candace was like, no. Like, come on, girl. If you don't stay your ass on that side with your curly ass poodle looking hair, don't be worried about what she's doing with her. And Ashley got the nerve. But we all know she has problems with her mom. But if she has problems with your mom, it ain't none of your business. Okay, Ashley? stay your ass over there and worry about your husband getting dick on the side. That's what you need to worry about. But, you know, Candace kind of threw it to the side or whatever. And everybody's, okay, arriving to, you know, the place, New Orleans, checking into the hotel rooms, and calling their man, Monique and Chris. They're always so cute. Karen's calling Mr. Hugo or whatever, and they're having a good conversation. Then we get to Juan and Robin. Now, y'all, that was about the sorriest call I had ever seen. She's like, yeah, Juan, love you. I love you. Juan, I love you. Still ain't nothing on the other side of Juan. And finally he says, oh, love you too. Oh, it said bad connection. Now we know, who believed that shit right there, bad connection? Like, come on. We ain't fooling nobody. Now, Robin, I think she was doing her best to try and show the world that they doing so good and that this man love her, that this man ain't doing her dirty. But Robin, if that just basically affirmed everybody else that this man is trying to keep from saying I love you to the public because he got his side bitches waiting to tap that ass while you are gone. But, I mean, that's for your lesson to learn, not me. I guess Juan can pass out dick everywhere and you be okay with it. But it was just so sad to see Robin just trying to get some little affection, some little telly love me, tell me you love me, Juan, but he is not doing it. Juan want to blame it on bad connection, but who the fuck believe that? So, all the girls, like, it's just weird. Katie, her ass got some issues. Gizelle actually had the chance to pick somebody for the presidential suite, and her ass picked Katie. And she's like, I need to keep an eye on her because she loco. We all know she is. Katie just, it's something off with that girl. She is a couple of screws loose, a couple of light bulbs dim. She's slow, is what I'm telling you. So they're like, I guess somebody came to Gizelle's room and they were just, oh, Monique. And Katie's like, I'm going to be a bad girl and go smoke. And she's got this mask on. Like, Katie, y'all, I couldn't be friends with her because that's a bitch that might stab you in your sleep if you do something wrong to her. But everybody is, you know, getting all cute. They go out and they do like the little crawfish boil. And they're learning how to do crawfish and stuff. And, you know, they're talking about, you know, Pinch, like, I'm from the South, I eat crawfish. We all know how you do it. It's got to be super spicy with the corn and potatoes. And you get it all soaked in the juice and whatnot. And you suck in the juice. Oh, I'm just getting so happy thinking about it. I'm going to have to find me some crawfish soon. But then they did this little alligator cooking competition, which was hella funny to watch. You know, all the girls are doing stuff. They beat the alligator. And Karen showed she could flip stuff. You know, Karen could whip up in the kitchen. Candace Lily ass is flipping everything on the stove. She ain't no no home cooking housewife. That is just not her. She too bougie and princess for that. She thinks that's peasantry to Candace. So everybody sits down and here comes the goddamn talk of the day. This is why I cannot stand Gizelle. Here we are. Everything has been going so good. And Gizelle and her horse ass voice brings up to Karen. So Karen, you know, we're talking about friendship and I just have to ask you a couple of questions. How come when I asked you about your business, you didn't say anything? But when I bring up, you know, the lady at the convention, a stranger, you tell her everything. Now, that obviously threw Karen off because at this point she thought they were doing okay. Since the last time they talked, they said, you know, we're going to ease into this friendship thing slowly. So Karen basically told her, like, what is your issue? I already told you last time. I've been working on it, and I will tell you girls when I'm ready. And the problem is Gizelle is entitled. She's an entitled friend. When you in a friendship with her, you got to do everything on her time. When she say so, how she do it. And if you don't, there's a problem. And I think that's why they butt heads so much, because Karen don't bow down to Gizelle ass. And the only person for me who has gotten Gizelle right on the head is Monique. That reunion when she said Gizelle is a person who needs friends who she feels are beneath her. And that's the type of person she is. She hit it right on the head. Gizelle is a sorority chick. She was the president at that. So the type of things that they did, she's keeping right now in her life. She's still in sorority chick mode. And when you don't do what she says, she don't like it. So Karen is like, okay, really, this is what you doing? And because I didn't tell you the price of my goddamn La Huga or whatever, now you got an issue with me? Like Gizelle, if you really wanted to be a friend, you would have brought that shit up in private with her. And that's my issue. She wants to do this whole fakery. Gizelle is super calculated. She's super manipulative. She knew what she was doing, bringing it in front of other people. basically what she wanted to do is try and flaunt Karen out there for being fake. She wanted to show everybody else, oh, look, see, Karen ain't really showing us who she is. Karen really ain't telling us anything about her life. That's what she wanted to do, but I'm glad none of the other girls got into it, because that's what tends to happen when you bring it up in front of other people. They feel like they can have an opinion. Well, Karen decided, I'm not going to give you this satisfaction, Gizelle, and I'm going to walk my little happy old ass away before this turns into another situation, because at this point, Karen can no longer, like, put up with Gizelle. I absolutely, you know, at this point, Karen, give up on that friendship, because you just can't be friends with Gizelle. And the reason she don't tell you nothing is because every time you tell Gizelle something, it's just like it's stocked in her brain. She's definitely gonna use that later when she got an issue with you. She gonna throw it in your face, and that's not what a friend is. She has shown time and time again, you tell her something, when she's ready to use it, she will. And I absolutely am on the side of Karen. Gizelle, you are not a real friend. I'm sorry. You are a friend with terms, and you are a friend with basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Substandards, I guess I'll put it. Like, everything a friend is to you, you are not to them, and you're okay with that. So at this point, you know, their friendship obviously is in the damn shitter, which we knew that that little truce was not gonna last too long. That was just so, like, that was just such bullshit, Gizelle. And you really need to find a different hobby than trying to blow up people's space, basically. So that was this episode of Potomac Housewives. It basically ended with Gizelle being messy as usual, and we're going to see the continuance of it next week. Drop down in the comments and let me know, do you think Ashley has something to worry about with Michael and this little man that he want to suck his little dang-a-lang? And drop down in the comments and let me, how do you feel about Gizelle bringing that shit up in front of everybody with Karen? Do you think she was messy for doing that? I absolutely do. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Please like this video, subscribe to your girl's channel, and remember, if somebody's gonna stab you in your back behind you, tell them to kiss your ass while they up there. That has been my favorite quote, and I'm gonna tell you guys that, you know, give you some life advice. Alright, y'all, thank you guys for watching. Alright, this has been your girl Gigi. Catch you on the flip side.